the world's first 5th generation short takeoff and vertical landing stealth fighter. Today's demonstration pilot is Major Zach Ybarra, call sign Cricket, from Rancho Cucamonga, California. The safety officer for today's demonstration is Major Seth Stewart from Greensboro, North Carolina. My name is Major Matt Tiny Johnson from Spokane, Washington, and we are proud to present this exciting F-35B Lightning II. Cricket is now converting the aircraft into its short takeoff mode. He will demonstrate the aircraft's ability to take off from fields as short as 1,000 feet and get a 40,000-pound airplane into the ground at slower than 80 knots. Cricket's rolling. Multi-service, multinational effort, currently spanning 3 U.S. services and 8 partner nations. The F-35 family of aircraft is currently flown by the United States Navy, United States Air Force, and the United States Marine Corps. In addition, the Air Forces and Navies of the United Kingdom, Australia, Italy, Israel, Japan, Norway, the Republic of Korea, and the Netherlands. Cricket is now converting the aircraft back into its conventional mode that is similar to the F-35A and C models. From the right, Cricket is now setting up for the min-radius turn. As he hits show center, he'll select maximum afterburner and demonstrate the maximum performance capability, turning capability of the F-35. The Lightning's low observable stealth allows it to safely enter areas without being seen by radars that legacy fighters cannot evade. Out of the turn, the pilot is now setting up for the mock run. While we cannot demonstrate the supersonic capabilities of the F-35 here today, Cricket will be approaching as close as he can to that sound barrier. At over 700 miles an hour, get your cameras ready for the F-35 high-speed pass. The F-35 is capable of carrying nearly every weapon in the United States arsenal. It is capable of carrying all advanced air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons. It also can be attached with a 25mm cannon mounted below the aircraft. However, while legacy 4th generation fighters had to mount their weapons on the wingtips, greatly increasing their radar signature, the F-35 is capable of carrying its weapons internally. Cricket is now setting up to show you exactly where the business end of the F-35 hides. Watch as he approaches show center. Cricket will roll the aircraft to show you the underside and then open the weapon bay doors, showing you where our weapons are disguised. Cricket will now be setting up from the left for the inverted to inverted roll. As Cricket approaches show center, he will bring the aircraft into a 10-degree nose high pitch attitude, roll it completely inverted, hold inverted flight, then can execute a 360-degree roll at show center, demonstrating the precise roll capabilities of the F-35. Safety officer calls for pull up now. Roll now. The F-35 is capable of advanced handling in the slow speed regime based upon its sophisticated 5th generation flight control laws. The power of the F-135 engine can basically support its entire weight in the slow speed regime. You will see a multi of civilian and legacy prop aircraft that fly at nearly 100 knots. These aircraft weigh an order of 6,000 pounds. Cricket will now bring the 40,000-pound F-35 into its slow speed handling configuration, flying at speeds of nearly 100 knots. The flight controls are taking over now and holding it on a precise 500-foot altitude control. Upon reaching show center, he will select Max AV, allow that F-135 40,000 pounds afterburner to push it into the is now setting up from the left to demonstrate the extreme maneuvering capability by rapidly reorienting the nose 120 degrees and climbing into the vertical. As he reaches show center, he will select maximum afterburner, roll into a max performance turn. You will notice the aircraft seems to slide through the air as it rapidly reorients its nose. Multiple strike and fighter aircraft inventories of the U.S. Air Force, U.S. Navy, and U.S. Marine Corps. It'll replace the F-16, the United States Navy's F-18s, and the U.S. Marine Corps' AV-8Bs, F-18s, and EA-6B Prowlers. As we discussed earlier, the F-35 is capable of vertical landings and bringing the 40,000-pound aircraft into a hover. Now, while that design is designed for ships at sea are at sea level. Today's air show is conducted at nearly 1,600 feet and will rely on the maximum performance capabilities of the F-35 to bring it into a hover. Cricket now needs to get the fuel state down, so you're going to get a couple of extra tack pitches. Cricket is now setting up to execute the square loop maneuver. This is the most demanding maneuver that contains the most dangerous pull of our demonstration. As the jet goes into the vertical, nose high, and pulls inverted over the top, the pilot will go pure nose low, then execute a pull to level off the loop. You'll notice as he seems to pause on all 4 sides of the loop. Cricket will now set up from the left for our stowable door conversion pass. In this maneuver, you will notice the aircraft transition from its conventional mode to that short takeoff and vertical landing mode that you saw on takeoff. As he approaches show center, he will convert the aircraft and you will see the upper lift fan door and the lower lift fan door opening, engaging our upper lift fan, and it'll then transition the 40,000 pounds of thrust that is now coming out the back of the aircraft to the 20,000 pounds of thrust that will be converted into the upper lift fan, distributing the weight across the aircraft, allowing it to hover. Additionally, the motor in the rear will now transition to a 90-degree angle, pointed straight down as it demonstrates its ability to hover. The F-35 was designed to operate from a multitude of environments, from short runways that have been damaged by enemy fire, or from decks of ships. While you may be neutral to the movies from Top Gun, where those aircraft carriers have large decks that require wires and catapults to launch and recover their aircraft, Marine Corps aircraft operate from LHDs, where Marines are embarked on a landing craft. These decks are straight and have no catapults or resting gear. The only way to recover the F-35 is for it to bring it to a hover, sidestep over the ship, and then land vertically. This requires precise maneuverability from the aircraft to land on a spot no bigger than a tennis court. As Cricket approaches show center, the noise will become absolutely deafening as he brings it to a full hover, and the entire weight of the aircraft become fully responsible of the motor. The wings will no longer be producing any lift. Unfortunately, with the asphalt runways, we cannot demonstrate the vertical landing capability of the aircraft. Once Cricket has completed his hover demonstration, he will then re-accelerate the aircraft to 80 knots over the ground and then execute a precise short field landing in less than 400 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, the F-35B hover demonstration. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the aerial demonstration of the F-35B Lightning II. We would like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of all of our Marines and sailors of Marine Fighter Attack Training Squadron 501.